Alright, so this is how I level up real quick in this game. From 1 to 70 in about an hour and 30 minutes. You need a tower squire, just with stats on towers mostly. Maybe a little bit of speed, but tower health, tower attack, 35 into attack rate, and 35 into range. You really don't need any more attack rate because the increase in attack speed is very minimal. Alright, so right here I'm putting down a harpoon, and that's all you need. The most important aspect of this is to aim it just right. In retrospect, I actually put that harpoon a little bit too much to the left. It should have been a little bit to the right. But it still did the job. And then I put a slicer up here. Yes, it's a slicer on a roof. Laugh if you will, but if you don't know what they do, just wait. And I'm gonna put down 2 temporary bumpers or bouncers, because that's all you need at the start. And right here I'm just gonna switch to my low level and hit ready. The good thing about this strategy is that you don't need to rank up anything. If this isn't common knowledge to you guys, ranking up towers in this game is not as useful as you think it is. So, you know, rank up things like cannonballs or harpoons or magic, you know, mage towers that do damage. But even then, like, the increase in each rank is very small. Still though, the difference between a tower with no rank and a triple star is huge. But, you know, you're still not gonna get like a huge difference between rank 1 and rank 2. So in this particular hard mode farming, you just don't rank up anything. You don't need to. Alright, so that's all of them. I'm gonna switch back here to my tower squire. Drop all the money first. Don't forget that. First thing you're gonna do is, well, you know, try to start from one side and then go to the other. You don't have to do it exactly like this, but anyways, put 2 bowling turrets down here, and I put them all the way in the back because they got max range. So I think they got like a 27 range right now, so it's pretty far. And what I'm building right here, barricade in front of it and the harpoon behind it, is just for insurance. It probably doesn't need all that, but it's just insurance because I've had stuff break through before on the last wave. Okay, I'm gonna delete this bumper because it's gonna be absolutely useless when you put 2 bouncing balls here. I call them murder balls, but everybody has different names that they call every single turret here. You'll see why I call them murder balls. Then just get the last chest here, and you're gonna build 2 more murder balls here, and that's all you need. In fact, the only reason those bowling balls are down there, because the slicer doesn't need any help, but the only reason they're there is just in case archers come out and they stay outside of the slice and dice's range. So you want to be able to kill them. Also, while doing all this, in between waves, like for example, we're done with the building. So from the second round, or I'm sorry, the second wave and up, well, it's not really wave 2, it's wave 5, but you know what I mean. You're just gonna hit G, or you know, start the next round like as soon as it's done. Don't waste time leveling up and doing all that stupid dumb stuff. You don't need to pick up items yet, you know. Just let it all fall down to the floor or whatever, because you don't need it. And it's gonna auto sell. You're not gonna reach the item level cap. I think it's like 100 and something. It used to be smaller, but then they patched it. But see, like, the round ended and I was just spamming G because I just want the next round to start. And you'll see throughout the video there's like a bunch of upgrades for my mage. I don't care. You know, he's level 13, whatever. I'll worry about it when he's like 60. That's when you should probably start looking at upgrades. Leveling up a character from 1 to 70 will take you about an hour and 30 minutes, roughly. And you'll make about 3 to 4 million mana. So I think it's good for farming. I mean, everybody that I played with, they're always like, oh my god, I made so much money, but I don't know. I mean, you put it into perspective and you look at how much the pets cost, like the really high-end ones, which is 30 million, and you're just like, man, I'd have to farm this for like hours on end just to make that much money. So I don't really consider this a good mana farming strategy. I just consider it a really good leveling up strategy. And doing this on Insane, it's pointless, man. It takes longer to get through the waves. You need more towers, and you get the same amount of experience. I mean, yeah, you might be like, oh, well, you get more because it's Insane, but I mean, really, it takes you longer to finish Insane. So in the amount of time that you finish hard, which is really quick, it's like 10 minutes if you don't waste time, then it more than makes up for that little loss of Insane experience. Now you'll notice I'm not going up to enemies and helping fight them or doing anything. Yeah, I'm only level 12, I wouldn't do very much, but that's not why I don't get up close and do it. It's because if you don't take any damage, you get a multiplier. If your core doesn't take any damage, you also get a multiplier. You also get extra experience if you cap out the defensive units. But you know what? I don't really care about that tiny little extra bonus. It's not a multiplier, it's just like extra bonus experience. It's like 8,000 or something like that. That might be, you know, a lot when you're low level, but once you start getting into the whole, you need, you know, 300,000 just to level up, 8,000 doesn't really make a difference. In the beginning, you can go from one Ramparts run, you can go from level 1 to 23 in one Ramparts run with not taking damage and no core damage. Now you see those balls right there? Because they shoot so far, they start shooting ahead of time. So they buffer up that entire tunnel with balls. And this is going to sound really weird, but I love balls in this game. There's so many stages where you could just use cannonballs or bowling balls for towers, as you know, primarily as the damaging towers. They're great because they're not elemental. They bounce around 6 times before they break, and each one does like roughly, you know, anywhere from 1,400 to 2,000 damage. Oh, by the way, if you want to do the strategy with your Squire tower, your harpoons have to do at least 1,500 damage. And just max out health, just in case, you know. Because like when the ogres come out, they start banging your slice and dice, and you don't want that to go down. But yeah, you see those wyverns? They each have 1,466 HP. So, 1,466 HP. Now you see that slice and dice? I mean, it just tears that thing up. But the Suiciders would probably take it down, and then that's why the murder balls really, really help. And here you can see how the harpoon just kind of like skewers all the enemies. It turns really slow, so that's why you want to position it at the right angle, so that it has time to turn and shoot. And the attack rate helps out because, you know, it keeps shooting and because it turns so slow, at least. Right there you can see the stats of my towers. I mean, look at that. It's like they can't even get close. You got the Suiciders and everything, and there's like, they get hit by 2 balls, and these are instant kills too because they don't have that much HP. And this is already the last wave. And we're done. Now, from here, you don't have to go back to the tavern. In fact, you probably exit the game and all the stuff that's on the floor will still sell. So right here, just wait until the very end to level up. Don't do it in between the waves. Just wait until the very end and just put all those points in there. See, right here I went from 12 to 31. Later on, when you get to 60, you're going to level up 2 to 3 levels each round, all the way until 70. Yeah, it doesn't slow down that much, trust me. Just don't get touched.